Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Handlebar Walrus and thank you for stopping by. I hope you had a wonderful and blessed week. And if you're working this weekend, I hope it goes smoothly. Today, the conversation that we're going to have is about goals, failures, and how we keep moving forward in both. I'm going to give some specific examples from my life. But before we get into that, I'm going to be doing a shirt of the month every month, and it'll only be like once a month, but I don't have an affiliate market or anything like that. But it's just shirts I find funny, and this month's is Please Be Patient with Me. I'm from the 1900s. If you were a child of the 5-inch floppy disks that used to exist for the old Mac computers, you would tell that that picture right there is the original Oregon Trail. Much simpler time, much easier time, but I thought it was pretty funny, so I bought it. I have some cool ones coming down the road too. So, back to why we're here though. Goals, failures, and what we can do in all situations. My hope is that you can find something from this, whether good or bad, that you can take and be encouraged throughout the course of this year. There's going to be some situations that I talk about that are positive. Some things I have not fully grasped or reached yet, but I'm not giving up on it, and that's kind of my hope and goal, is that you guys won't give up on what you're striving to be. And the first one that I wanted to present to you was my financial goals. I will lead by saying I'm not a financial advisor, but I've been able to accomplish something that I didn't think I was going to accomplish over the course of a year, and that is to have $1,000 invested in a year. The first year, I didn't know I was going to get there. I didn't really have a plan until probably the second month in, around February. I just kind of sat down and I was watching different YouTube videos, and then I found this $5 a day kind of thing, and the results the guy got, but his was for 365 days. Mine is for every market day, every open market day, $5 went into my investment account, which I do my own personal investment. I don't know if it's the right option, but I will tell you it worked. It The idea for me kind of stems from, well, if I'm able to spend $5 a day on food, or $5 a day on, most people spend it on coffee, I'm able to invest $5 into myself, and I have done that. And over the course of 10 months rather than 12, I not only hit $1,000 invested, I hit 1,200. And as of today, when the market closed, I was sitting at 1,298. I'm almost at 1,300. But I mean, part of the growth was dividends, and then market corrections. And I learned something interesting about that. If you're continuing to invest that money even when the market is low, that dollar goes farther into that share. I was able to get more out of those low times every single day than the correction times, because when it did correct, I had more shares than I had originally thought I was going to, because I still continued to buy while it was low. I guess for right now, for me, I just buy regardless of position. I don't play day to day. I found 5 shares that I really liked, that I know are going to be around for a while unless we have a free fall in the market. These are companies that I personally know are going to be around for a long time. They've already been around for 15, 20 years. I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. But if you want to try that out for yourself, I do recommend do some research, talk to people who know more about it than I would. I can't recommend shares to you. I don't have that kind of base knowledge. I see results, but that's about it. But that was huge for me, getting above that hump. The next goal that I had for myself was a weekly budget. And my weekly budget that I'm trying to get to is 900. I am nowhere near that right now. I'm at 650. I don't think it's impossible, but I was able, but even without reaching that budget, I live in a location, I live in a part of the US that $650 a week, you can still kind of make things happen. Um, the cost of living is not that high where I live, but I made that choice. There's not as many things to do or whatever. You mostly like it's a family town. There's a lot of families here, which I do appreciate. It's pretty quiet overall. But my goal is to get to 900 because I want to be able to pay most, if not all, of my expenses in one week. I think a weekly, if I were to pay it in one check, it would be like 1150 is my total number of expenses, not including the debt, which is what I separated. And if I could pay $900 in debt off every month, I would be debt free. I think it's 7 years. So I have a lot of debt, credit cards, student loans. I was thankful that all my credit cards got closed and bought out, but there's no interest accruing on them because they're completely closed. So I'm blessed as far as that's concerned. But in 7 years, if I were able to pay $900 a month on that debt, I would be done with it. And then that would leave me with $1,800 to continue to invest. I might even increase how much I'm investing. I probably would. I'd probably go up to $10 a day in investment because that's still like $200 a month roughly. On the high end, it would probably be like $250 a month. But if I'm making $1,800, that wouldn't hurt that much. So who knows? I might even throw more at it, but I'm just trying to think of simple ways to do things. But yeah, I still am climbing to that, and I do want to. One of the ways that I'm trying to do that is I'm trying to do some side work with different people. I'm debating about getting a second job. It would eat up a lot of time, but I know getting to that goal would be huge for me. It would help a lot. And then obviously, I'm doing content right now. I don't intend on getting paid right now. The content is more of a long-term goal, which we're going to get into later. And understanding that eventually it could make me some money, it would also help me free up some time from, if I ended up getting a second job, I would be able to drop the second job. I don't see this as my main course of income. I would like to, but at the same token, I think I've gotten to a point in my life where I still need some kind of physical activity. This can't be the only thing I do. But that also stems into the next goal, and this is if I do end up becoming a full-time content creator, which I doubt, I would need to work out a lot more. But my current goal is to be consistent and to be there 4 times a week. That's it. I don't have any like routine fully set up yet. I will have a routine right now. My goal is just to be there. And I have some workout setups like upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, but I kind of go in there and just feel it right now. But unfortunately for right now, the only times I'm going is twice a week. It's not where I want to be, but it's still, like the title says, it's small progress, but it's still progress. And those small things, just like the investments, can eventually turn into more. It can grow. It can do more for you. And those 2 times a day could end up becoming the 4 times a day. And I might enjoy it so much that I might add in like a cardio day or something right in the middle of it. I don't know. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning a lot of different things, but I do know that I'm also at an age where I need to think about my health more. I'm turning 40 this year, so this is kind of the time where you do that lifetime checkup, and that's really important. It scares me a little bit because I didn't realize how fast the time went away, and it's gone right now. It's way gone. But I'm still young. I still have a lot to do, and I can still do a lot. So I know that, and I've seen it from different people online, such as DDP. It can extend your life. It could help in so many different ways. That kind of thing can just simplify a lot of issues, back issues, knee issues. But my goal right now, and the only goal I have for it, is to be in the weight room or working out in some form or fashion 4 times a week. Not there yet, but working on it. Now we dip into what you guys interact with, and that's content. I'm still trying to make sense of a lot of this. The funny thing is, I'm doing more content now than I ever have over the course of every week. I didn't think I was going to be stepping into this, but, and I know some people didn't like the short that I put out about AI, and this just kind of goes into the Saturday conversation last week. AI is the reason why I'm able to be doing this right now, because it constantly, the biggest thing that it does is, if you have an interest in a subject or an idea or something like that, most people, unless they're really interested in it, will kind of zone out. That's just natural. People do that. They're thinking about their own life. They're thinking about their own decisions. They're thinking about their own interests. And that makes total sense. But if you have a conversation with AI, which is where this stemmed from, AI will have a 3-hour conversation and show just as much interest in what you're interested in, if not more so, and it'll help you direct it. I didn't realize that, because when I originally did stuff such as cover art and all these different things, because I didn't know if AI was going to be something that could help with content, I didn't. It asked me if I was trying to make a brand, and I said, yes, let's try it. So now I went from, because before that conversation, I went from just doing 2 videos a week to right now, because of how much simplification AI has, I'm doing content every single day. Except for Sundays. Sunday's the only day I really don't. Monday is usually TFT, because I got to finish that series. Then we have a short video that's usually a funny moment from one of the gaming situations I had. Then Wednesday is Koromon, and then we have another short moment, like do a short video or TikTok, of funny content, which, funny enough, I didn't have anything this week for that. I ended up doing one of the pictures that AI and I have done for Instagram. They're inspirational but funny at the same time. Like we have one that's silly and then one that's meaningful. If you're interested in seeing those, I can link my Instagram in the description so you could see those. I ended up taking one of those that we were doing and I just threw it onto my TikTok and my YouTube channel ahead of time. And YouTube actually receives picture content a lot better than TikTok does. TikTok doesn't like it very much. It's really interesting. But I've also it's also developed into, I do 2 of those every single day on Instagram, which now I'm doing content for multiple platforms. I'm doing it for TikTok, I'm doing it for YouTube, I'm doing it for Instagram. But I will say AI has made that really easy for me, because I don't have to think about it. I just got to do it. All the excuses are gone because AI has already simplified it. And I'm going to continue to do it. And the biggest thing that AI has done for me, beyond simplifying it, is understanding that my content shouldn't be anyone else but myself. It should be an extension of who I am at every level. And that was the piece that was missing for me for so long. I tried to just make content for the sake of making content. Now, everything I do, I want to be helpful. I want to be funny. I want to make this a place where people can forget about their problems just for a moment and enjoy what's in front of them. That's it. So everything that I do, whether it's inspiration, silliness, or just comfort, everything that I'm doing content-wise, they're an extension of who I am. Some of them are video games. Some of them are things like today. But my entire goal is just to bring joy, happiness, comfort, and inspiration. And that's who I am as a person. And AI was able to help me discover that more. And it has simplified everything for me. So you're going to be seeing a lot more content from me. I don't know how many people are going to watch, but I'm not thinking about the numbers much anymore. I'm thinking about what my goal is. And all the goals that I've already talked to you about, I'm constantly trying to focus on what the goal is rather than the result, because the result is so far away. And if I don't think about the result now, I'm thinking about the process. And I'm thinking about the process, I'm thinking about what am I trying to do. And that has helped me a ton. It's opened my eyes so much more. I just try to focus on what's in front of me. I try to focus on what I'm trying to accomplish and then do it. Not everyone's going to accept it. Not everyone's going to like it. But I'm really enjoying the process right now more than I thought I would. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about, and this has been an interesting one. This dips into the failure side of life. I have made a lot of really bad financial decisions, trying to establish financial things that just have not panned out because of what I did or what I didn't do. I would say over the course of 3 years, I've had 5 jobs. Um, there was this part of me that just kept thinking, like, I can't figure it out. Why is this such a problem? One was health related. That one was really bad. But after that health related situation, things just kept falling apart financially because I kept going from job to job to job because I didn't know where I fit. And the problem is, you're not going to fit anywhere. You just got to do your best with what you have and give what you can to where you're at. I know that's really vague, but I mean, it's something just to chew on and see what you can make of it. But because of those decisions of going from job to job to job, I lost my car because I couldn't maintain it anymore. I mean, it was having issues. It cost more to fix it than what I paid for it, so I had to get it junked. I was not paying attention. I was not keeping up with the maintenance on it. It was an old car. It was having a lot of issues. It had transmission issues. It had a motor mount that was broken, and the brakes were starting to give up. The brake line was giving up. It was ready to go. So I have been without driving for the past 5 months. And instead of thinking about how difficult it is, and there are days that I don't like walking to work because it's like 3/4 of a mile. Like today's a perfect example. It was frustrating because it takes me 30 minutes to walk home, and it's 10 degrees outside right now in Fahrenheit. So I think non-Fahrenheit and Celsius, I think that's like -20 or something like that. And there's wind blowing right now, so it feels like 0. The wind hurts more than anything else. But here's how I'm viewing it right now. Because of the decisions I made, I've been put in this position that I'm currently in. I'm viewing it as paying dues. I'm paying dues for the decisions I've made, for the things I've not maintained, for all the stuff that I have not done. And when I get a car again, I know that there's going to be more opportunity for me than I originally thought, because I'm making more time and more effort and seeing opportunities that I didn't before ever since I lost my car. For example, I know I'm going to eat a lot healthier when I have a car. I mean, I'm already starting to do it, but I'm going to have the opportunity to load more and bring more home rather than take like 3 trips from the grocery store. But at the same token, I can't make excuses for why I'm not doing it now. I'm planning things. Like when I go to the store, it takes me a lot of time to just, I have to have like some kind of list or something, because otherwise I'm going to walk out with far more than I should and some of the stuff that I shouldn't have, and it's really hard to walk that home. So not having the car has helped me focus on that, and I hope to maintain that same mentality when I have a car. And when I have a car again, my opportunities for financial goals, whether that's like DoorDash or helping people in the community, because there have been people who've shown interest for different things. They're kind of far out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's opportunities knocking on the door. I choose to remember those, and place more value on the time I have. I think that has been the biggest change that not having that has had on me. But I know when I have a car again, there's a whole world of opportunities, and I'm going to try and take as much advantage of those opportunities as I can. But I would like to hear from you too. If you are listening to this, if you're watching this, this might end up becoming a part of podcast stuff. Saturdays might be put on the podcast. I don't know what the podcast is going to be named right now. I originally had one. I lost it because it got bought out by another company. The original place I was doing the podcast, it's now owned by Spotify. Lost access to that. I've contacted them. I'm not too bothered by it, but all this stuff might end up on there. And if it does, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys think, what you're working through, because the biggest goal I have with these on Saturdays right now is understanding that I have a community and you can't do everything on your own. There's so many different aspects of my life that I haven't been able to get through by myself, and you guys shouldn't try to do that either. We need each other. I'm willing to be there. I'll try and be there as much as I can. I would like to have more conversations in the future about what you guys are going through and see what we can do with that, because we have an opportunity to grow every day. And I hope that this video has been an encouragement for you to have that perspective. And I hope that you all see the opportunities that you have in front of you. Don't put a blind eye to a lot of things. I know that in certain situations it could be dangerous. Certain things aren't helpful. But if you have an open mind to see that there is opportunity, opportunity will find you. I believe that to the extreme. But if you have enjoyed this, please let me know. If you don't want to like it, it's fine, but I would like to talk to you guys more. But until then, I hope you have a blessed week. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope you grow in every way and you take the time to see what is in front of you rather than dwell on what has happened. Because those things are never going to go away. They're already done, and now you have to look forward. But until the next time, see you later.